Today we're at a very famous filming location for one of Wes Craven's very famous movies from 1977. That's right, I'm talking about The Hills Have Eyes. So this would have been Fred's Oasis right here. Again, the angle is a little different because I'm not going to cross this road. There's nowhere to pull off over there unless I'm on the emergency lane. But the gas station, the single pump, visible gas station would have been right here. And we know that because you can see this fireplace, chimney, whatever that is over there. I've been here before, guys. It's been several years though. So I thought I'd come back out here and do a proper video on Fred's Oasis. Try to match up some shots. And let's check out where the gas station. Let's check out where the gas station was. Again, this property has since then been cleaned up. So there's a few things that we can match up. One smoking gun, which is that chimney I just showed you guys. But check this out. This would have been Fred's gas station. Right here. The one gas pump would have stood somewhere right here. There's really no signs of it that there was a pump over here, but there's two pillars. Looks like they were made in the movie. There was two pillars. Looks like it was made out of a telephone pole, and you can still see one of the said pillars that were right here. It has been cut away, but the very bottom of that pillar is still here. So right here would have been the gas pump. Looks like it might have been a restroom maybe here at one point. I don't know. You could see that there was some raised concrete in the area to, like, you know, withhold water. But this would have been the spot, guys. This was the gas station from the opening scene of The Hills Have Eyes. So now that we established that this is the exact spot where the opening shot from The Hills Have Eyes was filmed. Actually, I established this a long time ago. Back in, it might have been 2020, but I'm thinking 2021. I'll have to go back and look. I filmed this spot. It was in one of, I think it was titled something like A Quick Road Trip or something like that. I was going around showing, you know, different things, a little bit kind of like what I'm doing now, but it was just, I was out freestyling looking for things to film, and this was the first thing on the list. And after I showed that this was the Hills Have Eyes location, nobody could ever find this. You know, lots of people came out and started recording. I think Justin Scard immediately, like within a month, came back out here. He had just did his filming locations for the movie, which I will do someday because they are up here. And they're actually not too far from the locations now. In the movie, after the opening shot, after all the credits, the opening shot would have been from across the street onto Fred's Oasis, the gas station. We would have had a house and it looks like a water tower sort of thing right here behind this house. They would have been here and they would have come down this way. They would have panned just past this fireplace down towards the backside of Fred's Oasis, the gas station. And it would have zoomed into what looks like a little shack. But if you look closely, it's a little shack that is on like a trailer. It's got wheels, so it can be pulled behind, you know, a truck. And that is what they would have zoomed in on. Would have been somewhere right over here. All right, guys, so the Carter family would have pulled up right about here. And they would have asked for gas. Fred would have came out and said,
"Give me what I got. Ain't got much. I'm just closing down."
This all would have taken place right here. And again, I wish there was sort of some remnants, some sort of sign that the gas pump was right here. But again, here is where the pillar was. That would have been the pillar. There would have been another one on the other side, but again, that's gone. In the next shot, Bobby would have been somewhere around here where he walks out of, I believe it is a restroom, walks up to the truck with the pig in the back of it. And I was looking at the pig, and then he turns around and starts looking around. And then again, they show the chimney, the fireplace, while he's looking around. And after that scene, there is a scene where Doug is kind of looking around, kind of snooping, and it does show him walk into a building. However, that scene is not zoomed out far enough where I can actually get my bearings and kind of figure out where that was. There was no reason to believe that was filmed on a soundstage. I did look up, I did do some research to see if any part of this movie was filmed on the soundstage. And as far as I could tell, no part of that movie was filmed on a soundstage. It was all out here on location. So everything you see at Fred's Oasis was filmed right here on this property. So in the next scene, Doug would have told Fred, hey, you better check on one of your grandchildren. I think they cut himself on the window back there. And that scene would have taken place right here. Vehicle would have been parked here. Fred and Fred's gas station would have been here. You would have seen them drive off. They would have left here and would have went down this direction. Let's see if we could find where that house was. Let's see if the foundation is still there, because we know that is still there. All right, guys. So this looks like where the house would have been. You can see the foundation still here. Definitely need to watch out for snakes. Rattlesnake bites are on the rise here in Southern California. The closer we get to summer. So definitely keeping an eye out for those things. A little bit of the home from Fred's Oasis. I don't know what this would have been, but look, you can see that there are some steps leading down here. I'm not sure exactly what this would have been. Maybe judging by the oil, this was some sort of oil changing station. Maybe a mechanic at one point. Wow. Yeah, I bet that's what this was. This was probably a workshop. And a little less of a house. You can actually see more foundation out there. And some more stanchions, or what would have been foundation for stanchions. Probably some sort of awning right here. You definitely would have needed some sort of covering out here in the Mojave Desert. You know what, guys? It kind of just dawned on me. I'm still standing here what I'm assuming was some sort of, workstation or, something for a mechanic. But I believe this would have been the stanchions for the water tower. You got one there, one there. It looks like, this is where the water tower was, guys. So there's another pad there. It's obviously buried by sand, but you can see, we'll get a little closer here in a minute, where the braces would have been for the legs, which means this is where the water tower would have been. You could see right here, that would have been holding up the water tower. We were standing underneath what would have been the water tower in the movie. Wow. I'm not exactly sure, because I guess he would have built the fire right here. I did leave a sticker here at one point. This might be the remnants from it. I don't know. You guys tell me what's down there. And tilt up. You know what we got to do, guys? We got to leave a sticker here. I'll leave a sticker. And yeah, because I left a sticker the last time I was here. Not the last time, but the very first time I was here, we left a sticker. And it is gone. It was one of my very first stickers. It was a square sticker, and they were very cheaply made, but I appreciated them. You know what I mean? I'm running out, guys. I have 7 left. 7 left. I need to order more stickers. But I have these as well. Never given these out. I think these are going to be the ones I make next. I might make a combination of both. Sorry if you guys are getting wind noise, but this will be the first time I've ever left one of these anywhere. I've never given them to anybody as far as I could remember. I have one on my laptop, and that is the only one. I only ordered 10 just to see how they would turn out. I didn't think I was going to like them. But I think I like these better than anything. It draws attention right to the name. Lets everybody know it's a YouTube channel. So here it is, guys. We've left our temporary mark. I figure, you know, with stickers, it's temporary, it's not defacing. So yeah, I don't feel too bad about leaving stickers. And you know what, there is, the very first time I was here, there's a pool back over here that I completely missed. Let's go check it out and see if it hasn't been filled in yet. I couldn't imagine that somebody would be filling it in, but look at, somebody's taking their time to leave a line of rock there. Very cool, very interesting. Definitely got to watch out for things, snakes and such. That is so weird that there would be a pool way out here in the middle of nowhere. I know I've been in here before. I've taken pictures, and it might still be up on my Instagram, probably in the way early days, but it is funny, it is weird, it is odd that there would be a pool here. I mean, obviously you don't really see anything, any sort of remnants from what might have been a home here. Definitely not with a pool. This actually looks a little more modern than what the gas station would have been. Yeah, see, you can see over here too. Nothing. Nothing for, well, it looks like miles. Maybe got some homes over there a mile away, probably a little further. We're way out in the middle of nowhere. What this was too. It looks like it was maybe a part of this. Maybe they had a bathroom or changing room here at one point, but it is falling away from the, you know, the border of the pool. Oh, let's go down there. I didn't see any snakes when we were walking around, but of course you guys would want to. It's not often you find a pool. You got to check it out when you can. We'll stay away from that because, yeah. Ooh, we went off the deep end, guys. I guess you could say we've gone off the deep end. I don't know what this would have been. Maybe I don't know. It's got to be at least a 10-foot pool, but you could see here where it kind of comes down into a little triangle. Here would have been the deepest point. A pool out in the middle of nowhere. It's an old school spot, guys, at least for me. Alright guys, I guess this would be a good time to cut the video and you know, ask you guys to do all the subscribing, the liking, the commenting, you know, all that good stuff that we ask you to do. There's a lot of times where I don't, ask for the subscribing thing, but you guys, we are definitely trying to grow. We can't do that without views, without subscribers like you, and we can't do it without likes, shares, all that stuff. YouTube takes all that stuff into account, and if I'm not getting a decent amount of a combination of all of those things, YouTube is never going to start pushing out my videos into the bigger audience that I feel this channel deserves. Coming up this year, I forget exactly how many years. I think it's either 7 or 8 years that this channel has been in existence. By the way, look guys, and I hate to show the sun, but big, huge chemtrail. They're crop dusting us as we speak. And yes, so can't do it without you guys if you guys aren't. These things only take a few minutes. Watch the videos. I try to keep all of these videos under 20 minutes, so I try to be respectful of your guys' time too. I don't want to throw out a big hour-long video, or even something that's 35, 40, 45 minutes if I can help it. Obviously there are some videos where it's like I have to show you guys this stuff, so some do creep over that 20-minute mark that I have set a standard for. Another mattress out there. There's always mattresses and boats. But yeah, so back to that. I won't be able to do it without you guys. Comments have been down. I just noticed a pattern this time of year. Everything goes down. Views, likes, comments. I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things. Good old YouTube, at their finest. So enough rambling, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just making the video longer. Yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next video. It's always kind of odd when you see other people out here. Not sure what he's doing. He's probably saying the same thing about me. What's this weirdo doing out here? He might be working for the alignment or something. I don't know.